This is why everyone, specifically in the United States, is getting poorer. It's what I call the five levels of power of five levels of economic power. And this is really from Taiichi Ohno, the creator of the Toyota production system. So Tak Ohno, or Taiichi Ohno, he postulated that there are five ways to create wealth. The first is by essentially mining the earth, and that wealth is created one cycle of the universe. There's only so much gold, oil, chromium, lithium in the Earth's crust. Now we can mine other planets, but that's centuries off right now. So when Joe Biden shut down the pipeline, in his first day in office, he shut that down. He basically told the American people, you're not allowed to use the natural resources and make money out of it. You can't do that anymore. We go to our friends, the Saudis or anyone else, but you people are not allowed to use what's in the earth to make money. He shut it down. So all the Democratic partisans, and I'm an independent, I don't care. Republicans aren't much better. Right now, Republicans are your better option. They said, we're going to shut down your ability to create wealth by drilling, fracking, and other things. We're just going to shut it down. Now, when they did that, they didn't say to anyone, we're going to give you an alternative. And the communists and all these leftists don't say that either. They say, oh, good, it's shut down. So they should have said, if we're going to shut it down, we have to give them an alternative. There was never an alternative given. So that's the first level of power. The second level of power that Taiichi Ohno talks about, economic power, is forestry. Forests grow every 20 years. You cut them down, you log it. You create, 2x4s, so you can build homes and houses and businesses, tables and chairs, et cetera, et cetera. All the wood products. That happens every 20 years. So on a 20-year cycle, you can create wealth. Now, in the world of forestry, that seems to be relatively left unimpinged right now. In some ways, the forestry companies don't do good ecological care, and they cause a lot of trouble for all of us. So that's a second level of power. That one was left more or less intact by the Biden administration. The third level of power is agriculture. Now here again, the Biden administration started interfering there a lot. There were a lot of things about farm, and you had to be a certain ethnicity to farm and things of that sort. All this crazy stuff they did. And then the price of gasoline and diesel fuel shot through the roof. And then again, the ability for the American people, the American farmer, in the agriculture industry, to produce wealth was once again impinged by the Biden administration and the Democrats. They're telling the American people, you can't make money from your farm. And as you saw, the Dutch went on a riot because they were going to shut down those farms. Again, this is about controlling the ability to make money. So the globalists harmed everyone when they shut down oil. And they said, we don't want you to frack, we don't want you to drill, shut it down. You can't make money using the natural resources that are created one cycle of the world. Forestry was indirectly attacked because of fuel costs. They were indirectly attacked. Farming was 100% attacked by the Democrats and the globalists all over the world. Farmers are terrible people. The Dutch farmers are going to seize their land. And again, they raised the price of fuel so high, it was crippling the farmers. So once again, your ability to independently make money was being impinged. Now, the fourth level that Taiichi Ohno talks about, the fourth level of economic power, is essentially hunting and fishing. Now, this happens during the cycle of the fish as they go through the ocean. Migrating animals, migrating birds. If you're a duck hunter, it's in fall, you're going to shoot for ducks. In my opinion, this is important, fisheries and fishing and hunting. But this is, but now we know that because of global warming, or some kind of catastrophic climate issue, the snow crabs up in Canada have disappeared. Now, they never talk about the influence of India and China and other industrializing nations on the world's environment. They just focus on America. So we're now seeing that that's been impinged. And indirectly, hunting is being impinged because of the obsession against guns. You can't have guns, you can't hunt. So again, your ability to make money by hunting, fishing, and trapping is being impinged. The government controls all that. You have to have a hunting license from them. You have to have a fishing license from them. You have to do all that, or they won't let you hunt or fish on their land. They won't let you drill on their land. They won't let you forest on their land. They won't let you farm on their land. And now they're saying, well, we don't really like you hunting and fishing. So the fifth level of power that Taiichi Ohno has is manufacturing. And that's where Taiichi Ohno, or TAC Ohno, created the Toyota production system, which is an amalgamation in its simplest form of the Henry Ford assembly line and William Deming's quality control, with a special Japanese focus on, perfection, constantly perfecting things. That's how the Toyota production system was created. That's why Toyota cars and trucks are so good. So Taiichi Ohno said, with manufacturing, you can create wealth every minute of the day. Now, it depends, of course, that you have to have natural resources and individuals and people and talent and capabilities to do all this. But manufacturing is the magic elixir, right? It's the real alchemy in these manufacturing plants, that they can produce cars and televisions and tables and chairs and silverware, etc. That's where the real alchemy happens in manufacturing. Well, as we all know, all that was moved to China. So you Americans, you're not allowed to manufacture things here and, again, create wealth for yourself. So as you can see, the 5 economic levels or economic realms of power, to borrow from we'll try to steal some thunder from Amazon. Their rings of power, the realms of power. The 5 realms of power have been decimated in this country. They decimated. You couldn't drill for oil. You can't forest it's very costly because of fuel. Farming is under attack. You can't be a cattleman. It's under attack. You can't afford gas for your tractor, which also attacks people like John Deere. They're trying to make tractors. And then they attack you on, hunting and fishing. And lastly, they outsource all the manufacturing jobs. So these people sit around now wondering, why is America poor? All they have, these are a bunch of, has-been lawyers sitting there with a printing press, pushing a button so some, gigantic HP LaserJet can print out fake monopoly money. And they think that's how you run an economy. They need to learn what Taiichi Ohno was telling them. There are 5 realms, 5 levels of economic power. Mining is number 1, and that capability is put into the universe, one cycle of the universe. Number 2, forestry, happens every 20 years, right? Farming, agriculture, happens twice a year, maybe sometimes 3 times a year, and because of different hemispheres, you can get more farming out of the world. 4 is fishing and hunting. Again, with scarcity of resources, that's dwindling all the time. Weather, climate change, overpopulation, crowding, all this stuff, it affects it as well. And then the 5th, when you carve out manufacturing from the West and ship it to the Far East under communist domination, what do you expect is going to happen? What do you expect? Are you shocked that there's no money anymore? There's no wealth. There's no creation. There's no creativity. There's nothing but crime and corruption, because you've drained your capability of creating wealth, because you've destroyed the 5 realms of economic power. Hope someone learns this lesson.